Hey, boss, did you have a chance to look at that book or anything?
Got it on my desk in there.
We're
about to go live.
Maybe?
Will, if you know Jamie Carter, you can call Jamie. She's got my schedule. And
Just set it right up for you.
set up for us. Jamie Carter.
I'd like to, if you could read the book, this. I have a lot of big projects, and so you have a word with you after.
I have to.
No, last week.
I'll show you real quick.
We've been starting a meeting.
No, we're about to start the meeting.
Then what day you leave it on July?
Lauren,
You got a class Thursday? Traveling day, I have to look at.
and I can look that up on Dublin City Hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Thank you. All right. You want to say the
Where's Bill?
vacation? Are we all here?
We live.
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
This June 18th, 2026 meeting of the Dublin City Council is hereby called to order. Please stand for the invocation, which our Councilman Bill Brown will deliver for us. After the invocation, please remain standing for the pledge to the flag. Councilman Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity for us to gather. Keep in mind our citizens and things that we need to do and for the city of Dublin. Thankful for the weather you've given us. Thankful for the due rain. Now we ask you as we go through this meeting, guide us and direct us in everything we think, say, and do. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, for our clerk's benefit, we do have a quorum today. We have present Councilman Griggs, Brown, Jones, and Godfrey. So we have a quorum, and we'll proceed forward with our business. Our first item of business is approval of the June 4th, 2026 City Council meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Griggs, a second from Councilman Godfrey. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 2 is approval of bills over $15,000. You have those in your packet for review. Are there any questions for staff regarding those bills? All right, with no questions, do we have a motion?
Make a motion we pay the bills.
We have a motion to pay the bills from Councilman Griggs,
Second.
a second from Councilman Godfrey. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, the ayes have it. All right, item number 3 is purchases over $15,000. I believe we have no purchases over $15,000, so we'll now move to item number 4, which is the second reading and public hearing of an ordinance to rezone a parcel. Mr. Powell.
This is ordinance zoning map amendment number 2605, an amendment to the official zoning map of the city of Dublin, Georgia, as previously amended for the purpose of rezoning 3.5 acres more or less of property located at tax parcel D09F068, Dublin, Georgia, from B2 highway-oriented business zone to R4 multifamily residential zone. The proposed use is a multifamily residential development.
All right, that is the second reading of the rezoning ordinance. At this time, we will close our City Council meeting and open a public hearing to receive comments regarding this proposed ordinance. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in favor of or in opposition to the ordinance, or do we have a representative from the applicant here? All right. If we do not have a representative from the applicant, is there anyone who wishes to speak for this, for or against? All right, it looks like there is no one who wants to make a comment. We've had an opportunity for public comment.
Hold on, got one.
Okay.
Is it representative of the owner? The
Yes,
applicant?
yeah,
Is
mhm.
MGVG too?
Yes, that's right.
Apologize.
Okay.
I'll try to get
I know, I was going fast. I was thinking that was you there for it, but here we go.
Tracking. So anyway, I apologize.
So if you can just say your name and who you're here on behalf of, and then if you have any comments, and because you are the applicant, the council sometimes has questions or comments. So.
Yep. So my name is Blake McCrae. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, the owner, MGVG2. As you can see, this is a rezoning for multifamily. This is adjacent to an existing multifamily development that is ongoing now. It would just be very similar to that same multifamily development that's right next door. The intent would be 59 units. And yeah, again, it's really just going to match exactly what's going on right next door. So not to be dismissive, but I think that's kind of self-explanatory of what we're trying to do, just duplicating that right next door.
Okay.
So
So the, in pre-council, we had some discussion about it, and there were some questions. Since the time that the last apartment was built, the city has had a couple of apartment complexes have come up that we've added some additional conditions to, mainly for purposes of safety and for amenity space for the applicants. So I'm just going to ask you, if you don't mind, some of the things that we discussed in pre-council was, is there a plan to add a connection to the crosswalk that is, so in the other apartment complex, you added a crosswalk to be able to get to the sidewalk on the other side of the road. With this one, obviously, having a second crosswalk doesn't make sense. So is there an intention to add a sidewalk to connect to that crosswalk?
I'm not really sure. We haven't really developed that just far enough along in the civil design. But I can take that back to the owner and see if that is something they're considering.
Okay. And then the other issue was about lighting. Is there a plan for lighting in the parking lots?
There is plans for that, but again, I don't know what is, I know a lot of times they do like a photometric study, determine how much lighting is needed. If we need to look at if there's a local ordinance on how much lighting is needed, we can look at that based on the amount of parking spaces that we plan on having.
Okay. And then is there a green space or amenity space planned for the project?
Green space, but we have not determined what sort of amenities, if that's like a gazebo or clubhouse or anything like that. I mean, there will definitely be green space just because as far as where the actual buildings and parking lot sits, there's still going to be a tremendous amount of green space back behind there, as far as what's visible and exposed to the public, but there'll still be enough room on site to utilize that if needed. So
Okay.
green space, yes. Amenities, it's still being determined,
Okay.
as in like a gazebo or clubhouse.
And have you gotten to a point of determining about a security system yet?
No, sir, we have not.
Okay. So those were, and council may have some additional issues, but those were the 5 I had written down.
I have one more I just thought about. Building this, is there gonna be gonna build a bus stop for the children to catch the bus? Something like an overcovering where they can sit down, have cover, and they catch the bus?
I'm not really sure, but I mean, it's definitely a good idea for that. But I can pass that back to them
Okay.
to consider that.
So in the past, what has happened is that sometimes developers have done these things and sometimes they haven't done these things. So what we've done in the last 2, where there's been a rezoning or some participation by council, is that we've actually gotten an agreement with the owner to do those things so that before we, approve it and give a blank check, we know that those things are going to happen. So what we, as pre-council, had discussed was tabling this to give us an opportunity to discuss those 5 and then the bus stop as well, make sure that you guys are agreeable to doing all those things, and then at the next meeting coming forward and approving it. Does that create any major issues for you guys? We just want to we want to be favorable towards development, but we also want to make sure that the project has these things for safety and the residents that recent apartment complexes we've required.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand. You want to, leave yourself that window to make sure those items are included versus just voting yes and then things take off. Maybe it starts next year and then that kind of gets forgotten. So I
Right.
definitely understand wanting to be able to implement that. I think the challenge here with this is just, really just the viability of it is get the rezoning approved and then actually go and close on the property, because right now the owner is in a due diligence period with the seller. So he can't really even close on the property until it's rezoned. And so that's going to be a discussion with MGVG and the seller. So the seller would have to agree to say, all right, I will extend the due diligence period
Where are you in the due diligence period as far as the timelines?
I mean, right now, this is pretty much our last stop is getting the rezoning.
I mean, time-wise, are we talking 30 days, 60 days, or where are you in that?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much at the latter part of it right now. You know, as far as how much runway we have left, I'm not really sure if there's 30 days left or whatnot. I don't get into the, I guess the purchase sales agreement part. I'm more on the development construction side.
Yeah.
But I just know we're still in the due diligence period, and you know,
Well,
I think that's just a determining factor.
You got an attorney and a banker sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it too. Is the owner is also, he has investors he has to answer to as well, and so I don't know if it's something that can be captured. I mean, I'm not trying to get into the weeds here with everyone here today, but as far as, I don't know if it's something to get the rezoning approval, but then still have some sort of pre-app meeting with planning and zoning to kind of help implement that into the design, and maybe those are conditions for, you know, the building permit, you know, to be issued or something.
Well, the problem, we're discussing the process, and the problem is that once we approve the rezoning, then there's nothing in our ordinances that allow us to impose those conditions.
Right.
So what we'd like to do, I mean, this is subject to council's vote, but is we'll move as fast as possible. We just would like to reach an agreement of terms regarding those 6 issues. And, you know, we don't necessarily have to have the lighting plan or the amenity plan, but we just an agreement that these things will be done, perhaps subject to further approval by planning and zoning, and then make that in our rezoning ordinance a condition of the rezoning that you go through that process. And we think that we can have all that wrapped up by our next council meeting, which is July 16th. And so that's less than 30 days from now. So at the same time, we don't want to be the cause of you know, the project not working. So if we needed to have a call meeting ahead of that to meet some contract deadlines, I think we would be agreeable to that.
Yeah.
We would.
All right. So does that, I just want to make sure that you see that what we're trying to protect the public, but at the same time let this project go forward.
Yeah, absolutely not. I totally understand that. I think it's, I mean, it's understandable. I mean, we want to do what's right by you guys for sure. So yeah, I can take that back to the owner and inform him of what you're thinking, and we can, as far as, with that being said, I know we can work this out after the meeting. Do I just need to just communicate with Sharon after the meeting and kind of see how we get that line of communication and how we kind of lay that out to discuss then? So
Yeah, that should work.
okay, all right.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming today, and I guess I just want you to know from my standpoint and council's standpoint, we want to make sure that staff works with you guys to come up with something as quickly as possible so that you can move forward with the project.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's smart too, as far as the city goes. I mean, that's a pretty good move when developers and developments are coming in and trying to make sure that, because otherwise, yeah, you could put up the green light on the traffic signal, people keep on going, and next thing you know, everybody forgets all about it, and then it's like, oh, you know, it's too late now. So, but I totally get it. I totally respect that thought process, and I'll get with Sharon afterwards. She's been great to work with, so we'll work together on that and see what we come up with.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for coming today. Appreciate that. Any other comments?
No, that's fine. So I appreciate everyone's time today. So thank y'all.
All right, thank you.
for being-
Thank you.
All right, is there anyone else who would like to make a comment regarding this proposed rezoning? If there are no other comments, then we will close the public hearing and turn this matter over to council for action. Do we have a
Make a
motion?
motion that we table this to our next meeting or call a meeting if we need one.
All right. So we have a motion from Councilman Jones with a second from Councilman Brown to table this motion to table this matter to our next meeting, whether that's a called meeting or if not a called meeting, then our July 16th meeting. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Roll
Gotta
call,
do-
roll
Do you
call.
need to call the roll?
Oh, no.
Yes, you have to.
No.
Not on a motion to table.
Okay.
Yeah, so on a motion to table, we can have a verbal
Correct.
vote. So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If there are any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item number 4 is tabled till our next meeting. Thank you again for coming. We'll now move to item number 5, which is a amendment to the future land use map. This item is a companion item to number 4. When number 4 is approved, then we'd also need to approve number 5. But as of today, there's no need to go forward with that since we've tabled number 4. So do we have a motion as to number 5?
Make a motion to table number 5 to our next meeting, whether it be a call meeting or the July 16th meeting.
All right, we have a motion from Councilman Jones. Do we have a
Second.
second? We have a second from Councilman Godfrey. You've heard the motion. Any discussion on the motion? If there is no discussion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item number 5 is tabled. We'll now move to item number 6, which is a resolution to approve water and sewer easements at the MGVG Living Apartments, which is the apartment complex next to this one, which is almost complete. Mr. Powell?
Resolution 2639, a resolution of the City of Dublin, Georgia, by and through its mayor and council to approve the acceptance of certain utility easements on property located at tax parcel D09F067, to authorize the mayor to execute and deliver documents necessary to effect the same, set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. In conjunction with the apartment complex that was developed on the property right next door to the rezoning subject property off of Woodlawn, there were there was a water and sewer line that were both installed. Both of them are 8-inch lines. They constitute mains, and so the city needs to accept those so that we can maintain them going out as a part of our utility system network for both water and sewer.
All right. Any questions for our staff regarding this resolution? All right. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Brown, a second from Councilman Jones. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion on the motion, this is a resolution, so we can have a verbal vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. That item number 6 is approved, and we'll move to item number 7, which is a resolution to accept some supplemental insurance for first responders. Mr. Powell.
Resolution 2640, a resolution by the mayor and council of the City of Dublin, Georgia, to authorize the renewal of state-mandated PTSD coverage for first responders, to authorize the Human Resources Director or his designee to execute documents for the same, to set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. Pursuant to the Ashley Wilson Act that was passed in 2024 and took effect in 2025, we are required to provide post-traumatic stress disorder supplemental specific illness insurance for our first responders. That includes employees in the police and fire departments. And we are doing that through GERMA, which is also through GMA. And the premium is semi-annual in the amount of $7,770. And we're anticipating the total cost will be $15,540 by the time the fiscal year is over, and ask that council authorize this purchase.
All right, you've heard Mr. Powell's description of the resolution. Do we have any questions for staff? If there are no questions for staff, do we have a motion?
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a motion to approve from Councilman Griggs, a second from Councilman Jones. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item number 7 is approved. We'll now move to item number 8, which is a resolution for drones from Paladin, and this is for equipment purchase and software services. Mr. Powell.
This is Resolution 2641, a resolution of the City of Dublin, Georgia, by and through its mayor and council, approving an agreement with Paladin Drones for service and equipment for 3 drones and associated docking stations, to authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute the same, set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. We budgeted in our FY27 budget to purchase some drones and to assist the police department with their duties. And after the police chief and his staff have reviewed options from multiple vendors, have decided that Paladin is the best provider and will provide us the most bang for our buck. We'll get 3 drones and 3 docking stations with this purchase. They'll also be able to convert one of our existing drones to tie in with their system, their software. And we will also have an ongoing software contract with them for the service related to the maintenance of the drones, as well as the video footage that's gained from them. We did budget for this. The funding of it is going to be split between the 2024 SPLOST and the general fund. We are having to do a little swapping around of some of the funding. We initially thought we might be able to fund this completely with the SPLOST, but the service portion of this, the software, we'll be having to pay for from the general fund. And we got some offsetting costs that we're going to have savings on that we've identified for the council, so that we can go ahead and make this purchase now.
All right. Would council like for the chief to give a brief description of the capabilities? I know we heard it at pre-council. You have any?
Might be good for the public to hear.
All right. So, and I know you've discussed this extensively, but if you could just tell us how this, and my understanding is it can be used by the fire department and the police department, and how you anticipate using this.
Okay, once we get the system set up, we'll have 3 docks, 3 drones. We can place them anywhere in town as long as we have power and internet infrastructure, which will most likely be the police department and one of the fire departments. They'll be dual use. We can fly them for police department and fire calls also. We can use them to patrol with, and we can also use them to respond to calls. The drones are cellular, so they really don't have a range to them. It's just the battery life, which is about 8 miles. And the reason we chose the 3 drone system is because the way they charge, and as fast as they charge, we can stay up indefinitely on a call if we had to, where we wouldn't have a break in service where we had to fly a drone back and change the batteries out. With 3 drones, we can stay there indefinitely on a call if we had to. So.
All right. Thank you for that. And I know that this is some of the technology that you and Chief Cutler have requested and said would be beneficial for public safety. Thank you for continuing to look for ways to increase the safety in our city. Do we have any questions for Chief for the Chief Moon while he's here?
Will all 3 of these have infrared on them, or just one?
They all do.
All 3. Thanks.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Chief Moon. And at this time, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
So we have a motion from Councilman Jones to approve and a second from Councilman Brown. Any discussion on the motion? All right. If there is no discussion on the motion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. This item is approved. We will now move to item number 9 on the agenda, which is a contract with L&L Utilities for sewer replacement along Rice Avenue. Mr. Powell.
This is Resolution 2642, a resolution of the City of Dublin, Georgia, by and through its mayor and council to award a bid to L&L Utilities Incorporated for the Rice Avenue Sewer Replacement Project, to authorize the mayor to execute and deliver an agreement for said services, to provide authority for approvals of expenditures for the project, set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. We solicited proposals for another section of Rice Avenue. We already have one section that's being finished up now, and there's another section down closer to the Pine Forest Street end of the road that needs the replacement as well. And we got some different proposals in, and staff is recommending L&L Utilities based on price and their competency to do the job. And they're actually the contractor that we've had going on the other section of Rice Avenue, so they're nearby already. And we ask that council authorize this through the resolution.
All right. Any questions for staff regarding this matter? If not, do we have a motion?
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
So we have a motion from Councilman Griggs, a second from Councilman Godfrey. Any discussion on the motion? If there is no discussion on the motion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item number 9 is approved. We'll now move to item number 10 on the agenda, which is a contract for water treatment chemicals. And my understanding is that this, over the course of a year, will the amount expended on water treatment chemicals exceeds your budget of $15,000, so we need council action on this. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell us what the resolution is, please.
This is Resolution 2643, a resolution of the City of Dublin, Georgia, by and through its mayor and council to approve the award of bids to Brentag Mid-South LLC, Univar Solutions USA LLC, and Riverland Trading LLC for water treatment chemicals supplies, to authorize the execution and delivery of documents for said supplies, to provide authority for approvals of expenditures, to set an effective rate, and for other lawful purposes. In order to gain some stability in our costs, as we go through the fiscal year, we bid out this and get the companies to commit to a certain rate for the chemicals that we use in the water treatment process. And so we have done that and received quotes from these companies and recommend Brentag Mid-South LLC out of East Point, Georgia for chlorine this year at $1,929 per ton. Univar Solutions USA LLC out of Kent, Washington for hydrofluorosilicic acid for 60 cents per pound. And Riverland Trading LLC out of Charleston, South Carolina for potassium permanganate at $115.19.2 per pail.
All right, you've heard the resolution. Any discussion? Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a
Second.
motion from Councilman Brown, a second from Councilman Jones. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any are opposed? That item passes, so we now move to item number 11. This is our last item on today's agenda, and it is a resolution to approve agreements for the Oconee Gym, Cultural Center, and associated parks. Mr. Powell.
Resolution 2644, a resolution of the City of Dublin, Georgia, by and through its mayor and council to approve annual agreements with the Dublin Housing Authority Incorporated, the Southside Community Association Incorporated, the Oconee High School National Alumni Association Incorporated, and its affiliates for the use of the Oconee Gym, Oconee Cultural Center, or other park areas and facilities, to authorize the mayor to execute and deliver agreements for the same, to set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. We've met with city staff has met with representatives from all three of these entities about use of the cultural center and the gym and some associated areas, and would like to have agreements in place because of the public benefit they provide. We won't be charging them for use of the facilities, but need to have that memorialized in an agreement. And so are asking council's authorization to enter into 3 different contracts for that purpose.
All right, council members, you have copies of the contracts in your packet. I know everybody's had an opportunity to take a look at those. Do we have any questions?
There will also be,
Add,
so we're gonna, later on, we're gonna add on.
We're going to come back to
family
the other ones that
connection
we're
and the
waiting
rest of
on.
them. family
We're bringing a
connection.
new item in the
Okay.
future. Yep.
Yeah, so one of the things that we're trying to do is the city owns facilities throughout town, and some of them are being used by nonprofits, and we're doing an audit of all of those to make sure that we have written lease agreements in place for each of those nonprofits or governmental entities, just so that everybody's on the same page about what the usage is, what the maintenance is, you know, if they are no longer needing to use it, how it comes back to the city, you know, just to put everything in writing so everybody's clear about what the terms are. And so the first 3 that we have are these 3 with Oconee High School Alumni Association, Housing Authority, and Southside Community Association. And there will be others at future council meetings that we'll approve as they get worked out.
and then we'll discuss the transformer building at that time.
Yep, that's right. All right, any other questions?
Move for approval.
So we have a motion to approve from Councilman Brown, a second from Councilman Godfrey.
Jones.
Was it Jones? The second was
It was
Councilman Jones, second from Councilman Jones. Any discussion on the motion? If not, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Those contracts are approved, and I will sign them immediately after this meeting. All right. At this time, it's opportunity for citizens' comments. If there are any citizens who would like to make a comment, now is your opportunity. Our clerk, Ms. Rozier, has our timer, a 3-minute timer. She'll let you know when your time's coming up, and if you can just state your name and can start with your comments.
How you all doing?
Fine,
Wow.
how are you?
I am Ray S. Bloodworth. I sent out an email. I guess you all didn't receive it, but I hand deliver it to your clerk. I am doing a follow-up on that email or that letter you all received, mayor and council. The email, it was sent regarding transparency and broader communities about the commissioner boards and the boards, appointed boards that the mayor does. And the community is big. You have several individuals that sit on several seats of those boards. So how is that serving this community? if you have several people sitting on several boards and people sitting too long, what are you all doing to get that information out to the community about being a part of that? And how do you go about appointing the people? I was asked this question, and it stuck with me. So I decided I couldn't shake it, so I brought it to your attention. And it's a question that needs some answers. So if anyone would like to get back with me on how that works, how long do you sit on those board-appointed seats? How do you pick who gets to sit? And how are you serving the whole city of Dublin if you only have the same people continue to sit? Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you for those comments, Ms. Bloodworth. I think we have someone else who's wanting to make a comment.
Hi, Joshua Powell. You were talking about the inhibitors into the water, cleaning the water.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
state your name.
You have to state your name at the
My
beginning.
name
of
is
the
Adam Nugent Rosenberger. I live on 823 North Church Street, and I have researched water cleaning, numerical cleaning tanker car methods. And you guys, AWA, the AWWA has several different inhibitors, and you picked one price per gallon. So have you thought about Salco Transcar loading units for the gridiron, and as well, which material safety data sheets Miracle Tanker Cleaning Car has recipes for cleaning MSDs. So I was also, if you have to bring in large amount of products to clean the water, how would you issue the water test kits for the home users? I did find technical manuals with water test kits that I'd happily supply you with the technical manual for the water test kits. And there are several different other kinds of inhibitors on the American Water Works Association page if you guys would like to choose one. I had thought about a carbon dioxide one, which is basically dry ice. It runs at 80 psi, which is the same water pressure. And if we could clean it by the meters in the city with, say, Mr. Rotor with trailers with gallon pumps on it and a small amount of product, we could wash the housing units for a cheaper price. Like I said, my mom had to replace her pipes. It cost her $19,000. And how would you leapfrog or Christmas tree the city and apply? And would you guys provide bottled water? And if you're going to bring in large products to gridiron, I recommend looking at the official railroad registry, North American cars and of North America, which is basically a register of the tanker cars. And since you're going to be buying the products, Trinity Leasing Company is a tanker car company, and hazmat safety. Is there going to be a committee on the hazmat safety for that as well? Or I'd like to be part of the Garrison Charter Committee on Hazmat if we'd like to form one. I study that as well. And my comments are up. Please think about them later, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rosenberger. Our city engineer, I think you were sitting next to him, Matthew Bradshaw, because 90% of what you said, maybe 99% went over our heads, or my head at least. So maybe Mr. Bradshaw can help you with some of those comments. Thank you.
Tony Brazil.
Or Tony Brazil. All right. Any other citizens' comments? All right. If there are no other citizens' comments, we'll go to council and staff comments. We have with us today Bruce Dubberly from James. The law firm name is a long one, but you're here for Duke Groover and as a substitute. It's good to have you here today. Thank you for coming. All right. Any comments?
Fun to observe.
Okay, great. I hope that we've made a good impression of our community. I think this is your first time here, so we're always welcome to have you. All right, our city clerk, Ms. Rozier.
Yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I hope you all have a great weekend this week.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll start our comments with Councilman Griggs.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to thank everybody for coming, and have a great week.
All right, and Ms. Brown, Councilman Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. Just thank everybody for being here. Appreciate the comments. Well, express thanks to our chief for doing, police for doing the research on, the other drone opportunities and so forth. And ultimately, one of our largest charges is to make this a safe community. So thank you for looking into that.
All right, thank you, Councilman Brown and Councilman Jones. Any comments today?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and being a part of this, and echo Happy Father's Day. And when they want to enjoy the Juneteenth festivities this weekend, it's supposed to rain. We're supposed to stop by tomorrow, tomorrow morning. So we got a cookout tomorrow at Pritchard Street Park and the parade, and then after the parade, they have that festivities at the Market on Madison. So we got a lot going on. So let's go out, come out and enjoy the Juneteenth activities. And Happy Father's Day. I'd like to say, next time we meet, I'll be done hit my double knuckles by then, so it'll be 55. So,
all right. I'm not gonna. My birthday is between now and then too. All right, Councilman Godfrey.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Thank you, Chief. I'm excited about the drones and our city moving forward and being safer. And I appreciate everybody for being here today. Be safe. Thank God for the rain.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Godfrey. Mr. Powell, any comments?
Yes, just following up on Councilman Jones' comments, reminder we will be having a parade on Saturday. The lineup will start at 4:15, and I think road closures will start around 4 o'clock, and we'll have that closed down long enough for the parade. And there'll be sections around the farmers market that'll be closed on into the evening for an event that'll be happening there. So just be aware of that as you go out. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
All right. I want to thank everyone for coming. Hope everyone has a happy Father's Day and a great weekend. This meeting is now adjourned.
Okay, did y'all get the email?